welcome back to episode 2. Episode 2 of how I almost got a restraining order. Sorry about the last episode when my dogs wanted to go out and they were being annoying, but anyway, let me just clear up what I was saying earlier. I told her one day after I finally went and talked to her, I said, okay, I'll meet you out by your car outside in the parking lot. But no, I did not go out to the parking lot. I went out to the side of the street where when all the cars are leaving, that there's a red light that, because there's so many cars, that it helps clear traffic. So I knew that she would be turning left and that she would be passing by that red light. So what did I do? I went by and stood next to that red light, and I waited for her because I knew that she would be passing by, and which she did pass by. Okay, yeah, she passed by and she saw me, but she didn't stop though. And that's, that was my plan. I really didn't want her to stop and see me, but she kept going and she was laughing, which was a great sign indeed. And so after that, I was like, okay, you know what, I can just go home and relax now. Take it, small steps at a time. So, except today, I said this is the year of the oddity. This is the oddities year. This is my chance to get some poon. Excuse my language. But I was fed up. You don't know how fed up I was. So, I went to her house. Now, you might say, how did you get to her house? I mean, you had no, I need to get back on the map. You don't even have her number. How do you even know her address? Well, we go back to our Twitter situation. When I was stalking her Twitter, when I was browsing her Twitter, I saw an acceptance letter to one Gretchen to the University of Auburn. And of course she's gonna post that on her Twitter, bragging that she got in some nice school. So, of course, in the top right corner was that sneaky little address. And when I thought to myself, hey, I might as well just go over to her house, the little thing in the back of my mind, I probably had it screenshotted in my phone, and I said, I'm just gonna go to her house. Now, do not ask me what I was thinking, because I don't even know. Looking back, this was the game changer, if you will. This was the game changer. This was the point of no return. If this was a novel, this would be the right before the climax. Is this another little place? Temple? It might be the same. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I turned my car around. I got in my car and I went to her house. It was about 15 minutes away. I have no idea what I was doing. So, I went over there to her house, and when I got there, it was a mansion, a huge mansion, in a gated community with the gates open, luckily. Luckily, the gates were open for me to just swoop right in. So, oh, this is a different temple. Yep, I swooped right in there, the GPS said, "You have arrived," or whatever the iPhone says, Siri, or the destination girl. Said, okay. Oh, it might get serious up in here. I don't know. Let me make some torches. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, there better be diamonds down here. But now this time I can be able to see. Haha. It's gonna be diamonds. Come on, diamonds. Oh, gold. Yes, gold. Oh, raw meat. More bones and gold. One diamond. I can make a diamond shovel. How perfect. Okay, yeah. So I pulled up to her house and I saw nobody in the driveway. And so, I got out. I parked, a few houses down. And, I didn't want it to be too obvious. Oh, we can get a dog. We gotta name our dog. Oh, one bone is all it took. It was meant to be. This is going to be Dexter. This is Dexter. Alright, this is Dexter. None of y'all judge him. Okay, I think we're good to go, actually. We're getting stacked on supplies. Okay. So now we got Dexter. Okay, cool. Alright, we're still in search for a village. Anyway. So I got out of my car and this is what I did. You might... Excuse me. I got out of my car. I didn't knock on the door or anything. Oh man, I just remembered something. Oh man, I haven't told this story in a while. Just remembered some unpleasant memories. Okay. So I got out of my car and I waited. No. And then I went in front of her house and I took a selfie with myself and her house in the background. And I slid into those DMs and I sent it to her. And right now I have no idea what she's thinking. I still am sort of hoping that she might think that this is a joke and that it's funny. But obviously it's not funny at all. So, okay, yeah, I slid into them DMs. I said, yo, where you at, girl? Basically. And, of course, no response. So I thought nobody was home. So I went out. And, I decided just to go out and I went away for a little bit. I went to this driving range for some reason. I had a set of golf clubs. And it was right next to her house. So I went out and, went to this golf course. Or driving range, and I waited about 20-30 minutes, and then instead of calling it quits because she hadn't responded on Twitter, I went back home. Psych. I went back to her house, and and she was still, no cars were there, so I parked. Oh man, I parked out back where I parked the first time, away from her house. And I just waited a few minutes, and sure enough, guess what? A car pulls into her driveway, and an older woman steps out and starts unloading a bag or two of shopping goods. And sun's going down again. She stepped out with some shopping goods, and I said, hey, I got out of my car and I approached her, of course, and I said, hey, is Gretchen home? Now, I mean, keep in mind about what this woman was probably thinking. I mean, some weird-looking kid just comes up to her and asks her about her daughter, which is very weird. But I didn't think so at the time, so who cares? And she was like, yeah? Really confused by everything. And I think I've been here. We might be backtracking. Just been wandering around. We gotta find some shelter. Anyway. Yeah, she was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, can you tell her that I have a question about our project? And she was like, yeah. And after that, I just ran off. I just ran off without looking back, and I drove away. And I have no idea what she said to her daughter, Gretchen, and I have no idea what was going on through her head. I'm pretty sure that they had a talk together and was like, and Gretchen was like, I don't know him. I don't know why he's over here at our house. I didn't give him our address. That's how I like to think it went down. Okay, it's getting dark. But you never know. Okay, it's getting really dark. But we got Dexter here to protect us. So let's just build this house real fast before a creeper comes and blows us up. Dexter can stay outside. And let me lay down my bed. And before we go to sleep, I'm about to end it. But, in this episode, but. So, I have no idea what they said to each other, but now we're going to fast forward to the next day at school. That was a Thursday. I remember that specifically. And now, on a Friday, I go back to school to confront her about the situation, which you'll hear about in the next episode. So, thank you again for watching. Comment on how you think this story is going to end. Do you think our hero Oddity will rise above his obstacles and diversity? Or do you think I will perish in my own self-pity and distractions of my reality, which is distorted? Tune in for next episode. I love y'all. Peace out. Alright?